Good afternoon, happy Savage Saturday. Cubers of the Cash, Gary B, the Casual Comic Guy here. And guys, it's Christmas Eve here. If you guys don't celebrate Christmas, and happy whatever it is you celebrate, just enjoy your time. Hopefully you got some off from work. Hopefully you just get to stay home and relax, or go visit family if that's what you're into. But for this Savage Saturday comic review, we're going a little different. And the story that we are going to talk about today is in the pages of Savage Tales number 6. We have a great Neal Adams cover. We are not doing the Kazar story, no. We're going to get you guys out of here quick. We're going to do one of the short stories in this issue. And that is called Jan of the Jungle. So we're going to skip to that. And we got some great interior art here on the front cover we'll show you. Look at that. Fantastic. So we are going to skip to page 29. All right. Now this is just a fun little tale with a character that not a lot of people are super familiar with. So hopefully you'll find this fun. And this one's called Fangs of the Black Orchid. Okay. We have art by Al Williamson and Ralph Mayo. All right. And we'll read the little precursor here. And now, here's a vintage adventure of Marvel's own Jan of the Jungle. That's Jan with 2 N's. A heroine from the fabulous 1950s as drawn by the inimitable Al Williamson. Today, artist of the Secret Agent Corrigan daily comic strip, Al is truly considered one of the finest illustrators in the history of comics, and it's with pride that we present this classic tale here reproduced from the original artwork. All right, and as our tale opens, we see Jan up in the trees, and she's watching this photographer, Pat Mahoney, and he's photographing the wild, and she is watching over him because he's not quite able to protect himself. He's more focused on getting photographs and doing his thing. And of course, in these old like 50s, 60s stories, whoever isn't the hero is kind of a bumbling along their path, right? They're not 100% sure what they're doing. They're getting in pratfalls and pitfalls and being in the need of saving from our hero or heroine, as the case may be. This one's no different. So Pat Mahoney, a good enough guy. He's certainly headstrong in his profession of photography, but he's a little bit obtuse when it comes to his surroundings, right? He doesn't really get everything that's going on around him at all times. So she's watching him, and he's talking while she's above him. He's like, just a herd of mild grazing deer. Not much excitement, but they'll make a picturesque shot. She's like, I got to keep my eye on that boy every minute. He's always stumbling into trouble with that camera of his. And here it comes. And he's about to be attacked by a snake. Jan swoops down, grabs the snake, and saves him from getting bit. Now, Pat, she goes, here's a better shot, Pat. Better take it fast. He's like, Jan, for the love of... And then he sees her grappling with the snake. Woohoo! Yeah, good words, Gary. Grappling with the snake. And he's taking a picture of her grappling with it, just going right along with it. He's like, good work, Jan. You're a pal to set me up for a sweet shot like this. And she goes, that wasn't the idea. But if that's what you think, go ahead and think so. And then this guy that Jan knows comes in. He's like, Jan, Buana, Pat, help me. And he's got a stinger in him. She pulls it out and saves him. She calls it the Fang of the Black Orchid. And then that really piques Pat's interest. He's like, the Black Orchid? What I wouldn't give for a shot of that. And she's like, forget it, Pat. Try to hold still, Hula, which is the guy's name she's helping. I'll get it out. And he says, thank you, Jan. Another minute and I would have been dead. And Pat's like, where'd you find the Black Orchid, Hula? It's never been photographed. I'll make a mint if I can get a picture of it. And Jan's telling him, forget it, Pat. It's too dangerous to go near. He's like, well, I'm going, whether you want to go or not. And he's being, again, obtuse about it and pig-headed, right? He's going to willfully go into danger, not really knowing how to get himself out of it. It's going to obviously be up to her to save him. But unbeknownst to them, you have a guy named Hobb and an associate watching them from the shadows, and they plan on swooping in and actually stealing the black orchid when Pat finds it. And they're going to let him do the legwork of finding this flower. So Pat sets off, but Jan has kind of this feeling that there was something in the brush and the way the birds scattered. So she's reading her surroundings, and Jan is following him from the trees above, swinging on a vine, Tarzan style, until Pat finally finds this black orchid. And it's huge. It's bigger than he is, with a big old protuberance in the center where the stinger goes, but there's not a new stinger in it yet. So he's there taking pictures. Another stinger shoots out at him from another plant, which he didn't see. But Jan swoops in and pushes him out of the way, and in doing so, the stinger races past him and into one of the poachers that was coming to take the flower. So she has just saved his life, and the poacher's like, help, it got me. He's like, what the, who the? He's like, I'm paralyzed, get this thing out of me. And Jan's telling him, there, the poison will seep out and you'll be all right. But you didn't deserve it, trailing Pat the way you did. She's letting the guy know what you were doing wasn't cool. You're lucky to be alive. You're lucky I saved you. And Pat, being oblivious, is like, why did he trail me? What did he want? And his partner comes out with a gun, right? He's like, this, the black orchid. Thanks for leading me to it. And I won't have to share any profits with my ex-buddy there. And Jan says, which goes to prove the old saying, there's no honor among thieves. Now, as he's going to make off with it, he falls into the clutches of the one that was going to shoot at Pat. And he's screaming, help, help. So, like, don't know why I keep doing those things for skunks like him. Get your picture, Pat. So Pat's going to get up, set up with another sweet picture. This one of the man eating orchid. And it's got the other poacher, which was holding them at gunpoint, in its clutches. Now, her and Pat go over, pry the petals free, and pull the guy out before he can be devoured by this man-eating plant. And he gets the pictures, and these guys are going to be going off to jail, and Pat is saved once again by Jan of the Jungle. And that was just like an old 1950s adventure, a really quick tale, a really fun tale. Now, there's one or two more in the Savage Tales of Ka-Zar, some reprints. I really enjoyed that story. I thought it was fun. Jan of the Jungle is not someone I'm super familiar with, and but fun character. It's too bad Marvel doesn't resurrect some of these older characters and bring them back in a greater capacity. But a lot of fun, a lot of enjoyment. Like I said, we weren't going to keep you long. We found a nice, fun, short one, which hasn't been introduced on the channel before. So something fresh for Christmas too, and the holiday weekend. So that's it for now, guys. Let me know if you enjoyed that quick short of Jan of the Jungle. And until next time, keep it casual. Attention all, use channel sponsor Rogue Trader at theroguetraderutah.com and my code KEEPITCASUAL for 10% off your comic cleaning and pressing needs. Remember, when submitting your books to be graded, use a trusted professional.